You know, this belt of Kerio Valley has a serious challenge of banditry. To be very honest, out of all these counties we have mentioned, this is the most, at the moment, the most affected county, where we still have serious challenges between Samburu County, Turkana, and Baringo County. And we still have quite significant a challenge in that corner, especially along the Malaso belt. And our main objective today is to see how we can better our strategies insofar as the operation is concerned, security operation. We have a few criminals who are still roaming around this that belt that I have spoken to, and many of whom are causing havoc between the two communities. There has been consistent stealing of livestock. Police officers in this operation area have tried their best to recover, and some of the recoveries have been successful, 100%, and others 50%. We are unlucky that in some of these instances we have lost lives. This is an area that also we have a serious challenge of highway robbery, particularly the road between here in Maralal up to Baragoi. And it is a challenge because of the situation within the roads where criminals have ambushed public service vehicles, police vehicles, vehicles carrying prisoners, and that has persisted for some time. The good news is that the government of Kenya is going to tarmac the road from Maralal to Baragoi. Already the tender has been advertised. We believe that the procurement process will be completed soon, and we expect that the contractor will be given the work, will start renovating the road ahead of works, ahead of the full tarmacking of this road. This poor infrastructure in Samburu is one of the greatest contributors towards insecurity, and it is the reason why there are safe havens for criminals in some of the parts, because they are inaccessible. There are no roads in most of these parts. If you go to Samburu East, for example, the reason why it's a safe haven, especially those areas of Lapendera, among others, is a safe haven for many of the criminals, because it's inaccessible for security operations. And going forward, we are going to be working together with the Ministry of Roads to make sure that security roads are improved. We already have a conversation on how we will do this, but the tarmacking of this road will make a significant difference in this area. The other issue is because of area coverage network for this area. Some of these areas are inaccessible in terms of communication. Already we have spoken to the Safaricom, Airtel, and other network operators. Particularly, we are working with Communication Authority of Kenya to see how we can get resources that will support these telecommunication companies to put in place communication networks that can help us access these places. We are also making sure that security operations target not just the perpetrators of the crimes, but also the financiers, together with their supporters, inciters. Some of the issues that are also causing conflict here is land issues. There are land issues between communities internally, but also this county and the neighboring counties. Competition about boundary, invasion of areas for personal and for expansionist kind of interest that people have, that they could like to push the boundary between here and there. And as I said yesterday when I was in West Pokot, boundary issues persist across the country, and our recommendation already is towards having a multi-agency interministerial framework of locating the 1992 district boundaries, to make sure that it doesn't matter if you come from which community. If you are Samburu and you find yourself that your boundary takes you to Marsabit, then you are a Samburu in Marsabit, and there is nothing wrong with that. We just want to make sure that we identify the boundaries, not because we want our people to live apart from each other, but to avoid this conflict over resources and administrative boundaries that are causing conflict. The other issue is about land, and there is adjudication process happening in some parts of Samburu. and some of it also is causing jittery and conflict among the communities. And we will be also finding ways of ensuring that land adjudication is going to be done in a manner that will not cause conflict. The other cause of conflict here is resource competition, especially mining. The possibility that you have various resources in different parts of this county and this region, just the same way we saw it in West Pokot and Turkana, the same problem persists in this county insofar as mining and mining resources and mineral resources becoming a catalyst towards conflict among these communities here. There is a massive proliferation of small arms here, of course, because of our porous border. You all know that we border just next door in Marsabit. We border Ethiopia. The border to Somalia is not far. The border to South Sudan is not far. The problem of Kerio Valley is the same. It's about porous border that makes it easy to access ammunitions and guns. And again, we will continue intensifying our operations and patrols across the our border with our neighbors to make sure that we get rid of these ammunitions. We are also going to have targeted operations to deal with the traffickers of guns and ammunitions. Samburu, again, is also a victim of human trafficking. Because of the operations we are doing in the parts of Marsabit, some of the human trafficking is happening across here. And that goes with also drugs. And there are a lot of drugs along this road targeting Nairobi because they come from neighboring country and they use Samburu as a route. And we have done, our security officers have done a very good job to arrest a number of these drug traffickers, a number of these aliens that are trafficked through this place. We will also be continuing intensifying and targeting the main barons who are facilitating these drugs. It is important to note that some of this livestock that is stolen, there are some markets here that they sell livestock to buyers who take it again to Nairobi and beyond. We have told our intelligence and security team to apprehend the buyers and target those buyers who are catalyzing this cattle rustling in this region. As a security team, we know that this county also requires a lot of support. Particularly, we want to think of how we can improve access to security services and seeing how we can increase the number of police stations. Maybe in the next, in this financial year and the next one, we can build another 3 or so police stations that can help us access these very marginalized areas. We also want to operationalize Samburu West Sub-County. And in another 2 or 3 weeks, we will have posted the sub-county, the DCC, Deputy County Commissioner, and I'll be coming back here with our team to see that that is operationalized, including the divisions that were already gazetted, particularly in the most marginalized areas so that we can take government closer to the people. We look forward to a very successful forum, and I thank you all for being with us. Look forward to now summarizing these issues later by the leaders during the forum. Asante sana. Do we have any 2-3 questions?
2 quick questions, Waziri.
Yeah.
One.